Hi, Blake. Hi, Denise. Hi, Barb. Hi, Erica. Hi, Elaine.
Hey, sweet lady, looking good.
Thanks. Right back at you. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Jen. I don't even know who Team Win is, who that is logged in. Who is that, Denise, that logs in as Team Win?
Whoops.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought maybe you knew.
That's
Like,
I don't see it. It just says team win.
uh-huh.
Oh,
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Laurie.
hey guys. Hi.
Hi, Holly. Oh, you look so pretty. I haven't seen you in person in forever. Hi, Deb. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Aubrey. Hi, Holly. Hi, Laura. Hi, Miss Angela.
Hey.
Oh, you have a baby. Hi, Eric.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning to you. Hi, Michaela. Hi, Sherry.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so fired up. I'm so excited. What a treat this is going to be. I feel like you need to have an e-shot. You need to get a piece of paper and pen, tag 3 people to get their butts on this call right now. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kari. Hi, Jill. Hi, Deb. Hi, Jen. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Janelle. Crushing it in the Southeast. Congratulations. I saw that recognition today. Hi, Miss Steph. How are you? Hi, Conchetta. Hi, Carly. Hi, Lacey. Hi, Renee. Hi, Kisa. If y'all are not driving, I'm just gonna say you should turn your video on, right? Like Eric doesn't care if you're in bed or if you haven't showered. Hi, Rick, but it is so fun for him to make eye contact. So if you're driving, hi, Joel, please don't crash, right? But if you're not driving, turn on your video. It is such a treat. And let's make some like eye contact here. I know we're all like been hiding behind Zoom for a year and a half. This Colorado went from like so closed to so open literally in 24 hours. I walked into the grocery store and like no one was in masks, people were hugging. I was like, how did that happen? But we're back. So this is actually the first Zoom I've done like all day. I was like, I don't even know how to show up right now. You guys, in like 2 more minutes, we're gonna get this started. So if there's anybody that you are like, oh my gosh, they need to get on this call. We have the Chief Visionary Officer as such a treat, such a guest. Please tag them. Please send the link, send the flyer. Say this is a gift. You know, I literally messaged some of my friends in other companies and said this type of leadership and this heart of service will benefit you. Like, what a gift. Hop on. You'll get value out of it because I know what we have here is so special at Isogenics. So it's not too late. Laurie, are you drinking coffee right now at 7 o'clock at night? You're amazing. I would be up until tomorrow if I was doing that. Hi, Renee. Hi, Miranda. Hi, Jen. I'm waiting for Jess to pop on here too. She sent me the cutest little pictures today of Trinity getting her hair done. She's like passed out getting her hair done. I was like, that's the life, right? Hi, Miss Nancy. Rick, it's good to see you on the call. Hi, Tony. Hi, Anna. Hi, Miss Jackie. Jackie, every time I open up the recognition, you're like at the top of it. It's like blowing my mind. Hi, Miss Jessica. Michaela, I can't wait to see you in Denver. Just like 2 more months, a little bit less. I'm like counting down the days. Hi, Miss Mary. Hi, Ann. I don't know your hubby's name. I'm sorry, but hi, Ann's hubby, who I like totally see supportive there in the back.
It's Jim.
That's right, Jim. I'm sorry. I did actually know that.
I love you.
Hi, Brianna. Hi, Lacey. Hi, Eileen. You guys have about 30 seconds to get anybody else you want on this call. Hi, Dana. Hi, Whitney. Hi, Renee. Oh, it's so good to see you on here because we are going to kick this off with some ridiculous recognition. So if you have not already put your clapping hands together, you want to get ready because these lists get longer and longer. Like, you think I'm joking that Jess and I are going to get laryngitis one of these nights going through the recognition because you guys are absolutely crushing it. But it is 7:01 and we are diving in. So I am going to kick this off with team wins recognition. And just like Jess said, you guys, we are so proud of every one of you. So if you posted on social media for the first time this week, you enrolled your first customer, you cycled, the very first time, put a 1 in the chat because we honor you and we celebrate you. And we all started with 1 cycle in our very first enrollment. So if that's you and you're on this call, please put a 1 in the chat. We're so proud of you. Look at that, you guys, so amazing. But we're gonna recognize some amazing leaders in action. So first of all, Ashley DeChico, 4-star Golden Circle. Oh my gosh, I think it was 3-star last week. I mean, you're just like flying through the ranks. Daniela Barrett, 3-star Silver Circle, amazing. Kristen Boquist, Crystal Director. You guys, all of these went Crystal Manager. Nikki Rempel, Miss Alberts, Carolee Brown, Christy Roosh, and Michelle Hammond. Woohoo! Some brand new Team Win Crystal Managers. Managers Keezy Manzo and Roxanne Drix. Oh my goodness. And here we go, you guys. I'm going to just read off some top enrollers on Team Win. But Nikki Rempel, 23 enrollments. Are you kidding me? That's almost like 3 a day. That's more than 3 a day. You're amazing. Other top enrollers, Lynn Gregg, Holly Kirsch, Carolee Brown, Meredith Vanderzee, Mickey Alberts, Marlene Regal, Ann White, Michelle Hammonds, Christy Lanebeck, Vanessa Blankinsop, Denise Wiggins, Tracy May, Summer Meyer, and Kristen Boquist. You guys, absolutely amazing. Huge, huge, huge congratulations. And please keep your applause coming because Dreamers in Action, whether this is your first team call, this is your first enrollment, you cycled for the first time, you've been here for 7-8 years, absolutely crushing it. Top enrollers on our team, Jenny Thompson, number 1, you go girl. Keitha Maxwell, Angela Godber, Kimberly Howe, Lisa Tracy, Cindy Prop, Stephanie Dunn, Ryan McLean, and Danielle Malouf. Amazing, amazing job. Brand new Crystal Managers, Angela Godber and Sheila Sands. Woo, woo, woo. And brand new consultants, Ryan McLean, Danielle Malouf, Cindy Props, Richard Sands, and Valerie LaRue. You guys are amazing. Look at those rank advancements. That's so, so, so fun. And we're so proud of all of you. So I want to introduce to you guys Erik Coover, who is not only our Chief Visionary Officer, he's the son of our founders, Jim and Kathy Coover. And I have his bio here, and I am going to highlight a few things because I want to make sure that we edify and recognize just this incredible human being. But I will tell you that one of the things that I fell in love with Isagenix back almost 8 years ago, which is bananas, to think about how long we've been doing this now, was the heart of this company. I was so skeptical. So if you are a skeptic, or you were in the beginning, you can put a 2 in the chat. But I was really excited about the money. I was really excited about the compensation plan. I probably had like the opposite belief, issues as most people. But I was like, who's Isagenix? And I was really skeptical about the products as a nutritionist. And Janny sent me down to the headquarters to meet the Coovers. And I remember just looking at the walls of the headquarters and thinking, I'm at like the Willy Wonka factory of nutrition, in the heart and the passion and the genuineness that oozed out of every single person there. I was like, I'm in. This is the coolest thing that I've ever been a part of. And Erik absolutely oozes that. And I know we can't wait to be back in person and see you know, him on stage and everything. But you guys, Erik started the START group, and now it is like the fastest growing part of Isogenics. I mean, it's the fastest growing demographic. That's 18 to 35-year-olds. So if you're in START, if you're 18 to 35 and you're crushing your Isogenics business, I want you to put a 3 in the chat. Erik was a little bit resistant to join Isogenics, and I'll leave it at that because he's going to tell you his story. But when he finally joined, he went on to build his own 6-figure business. So he did exactly what we did before he joined corporate, which is amazing that he was in the trenches. Erik is happily married to Peta. Many of you know Peta Kelly. He's the dad of 2 amazing kiddos, Soul and Pax. And here's what I want you guys to know, that his passion for the environment, which has led to like the most aggressive sustainability incentives with a goal of 0 waste packaging by 2028. You guys, that's amazing. If anybody's like environmentally friendly, like that's huge. And I have seen part of this happen. I watched Seaspiracy, if you guys have not watched that. And I literally was thinking of Isogenics as we were watching it. I'm like, we are playing our role in this. In 2015, he was awarded the Marketing Executive of the Year by the American Business Awards for his hard work and dedication. And Erik recently completed the Intensive Executive Education Program for Leadership Development at the Harvard Business School. Are you kidding me? So put your hands together, please, and let's welcome Erik to the call. What a treat to have you.
Hey, thank you so much, Lauren. It's always great to see you. It's always great to hear your incredible commitment and passion and enthusiasm just ooze out of every part of you. Just so grateful for everything that you've done for Isogenics. And it's so great to see everybody's faces on this Zoom call. This is something we've certainly become accustomed to over the last year plus. You know, and what I'm just so grateful for is whether we're virtual or we're in person, you know, what you can still always experience is, you know, just the heartbeat of this company, the relationships, this culture, which I feel like is and always has been the greatest product that we offer in this company. And so you're such a, you know, shining reflection of that, Lauren, and just so grateful for everybody on the call. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. And I think you probably put it together with the recognition or hopefully got in the email, but Jessica Rigner and I have been doing our team calls together since the beginning of the year, and it's so fun. So you have both of our teams on here, and we trade off training ourselves and having amazing guest speakers on. So literally from the West Coast to the East Coast, we're just tearing it up tonight. So I would love to just open up the call. There's so many brand new people on the call. Our teams are just exploding right now. For you to share a little bit about your story and kind of how you got here, to the point that we have so many people that are brand new that I was said, Erik Coover is on our call tonight. You have to get on. And someone said, who's Erik Coover? You know, and I was like, wow, you are so new. That's amazing. So I would love for you to just tell a little bit about your story.
Yeah, great. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I have been around this company literally since the beginning, since the inception. The company started when I was 14 years old. My parents co-founded the company back in 2002. And, you know, so I've watched them over the last 19 years now help build Isogenics. And I even watched them before Isogenics just immersed in this profession of network marketing. And I watched them kind of experience the great things that this profession represented, but also some of the challenges and some of the struggle. I watched them go through that too, that sometimes comes with this profession. And so yeah, I've seen it grow since the very beginning. When it first started out, again, I was 14 years old, and I'm sure many of you can relate if you have teenagers currently, or you know, you were maybe once a rebellious teenager like I was. I used to do everything kind of opposite of what my parents told me. And so when they started Isogenics, you know, think of this, my poor parents, they're starting this company, like just putting their blood, sweat, and tears into this huge vision that they have, you know, formulating these products, you know, impacting world health. And then they've got their only child, their son, bringing home products from other companies, from like GNC, and like bringing home these massive canisters of whey protein with this huge ripped dude on the front of it, just like with veins bulging out of his neck. that's what I did. And those are the products that I consumed for like 3 years while they were trying to build Isogenics. And to their credit, yes, they did get a bit annoyed, but they never pushed Isogenics on me. They never, said this is something you have to do. That they never just like forced me to do this. They just kind of let me be my rebellious self and, look for ways to support me, no matter what was going on in my life. And before Isogenics, my passion was actually professional golf. That was my dream. I wanted to become a professional golfer, starting from the age of about 8 years old till about 22 years old. I earned a golf scholarship at Arizona State University. And that's what I did for 14 years, 4 to 6 hours a day. I was out on the golf course every day. And that was my thing. That was my identity. That's who I was. And my parents, they were Isogenics. I was golf. And that's all I wanted to do. And when I entered university, I saw my friends that I was going to university with, I saw them getting into trouble with their health. I saw, so many of people I was meeting in school, they were starting to put on 10, 15, 20 pounds in their first semester of going to school. And I quickly learned that, usually when you're young, your foundation of wellness is whatever your parents cook for you. And that was my foundation for health when I was growing up. I could count on an organic pantry full of food. I could count on a healthy home cooked meal every single night. But when I moved away from school or moved away from home to go to school, my foundation of organic pantry stocked, and healthy food at night went out the window. And so for me, Isogenics has always been, and I've always looked at it as my foundation for long-term health. And that's when I really got serious about taking the Isogenics products consistently. It wasn't for weight loss. It wasn't for anything other than just something that I always knew that I could put on my body and count on to nourish me while I was going through a time in my life where it's very easy to get distracted and get caught up in all the toxic lifestyle that college is. It's one of the most fun times of your life, but it's definitely one of the most toxic if you're not careful. My friends were on the pizza and beer diet, and I was on some of that diet through college, but I was allowed to because Isogenics was my foundation. And that's where people get in trouble, is they don't have a real foundation for health. If your foundation is pizza and beer diet, you're in trouble. But my foundation was Isogenics. And sure, I could go out and have pizza and beer sometimes when I wanted it while going through school, and I didn't have to worry about putting on the freshman 15 or 20. And so that's what Isogenics has always been in terms of the product standpoint for my life. And then when I entered my third year at university, my parents sat me down and they said, "We know you want to pursue a career in professional golf. We're 100% behind you in that. But when you graduate, just know that we're not going to be like paying for your, travel to go play in all these tournaments, and we're not going to sponsor you." So in other words, they said, when you graduate, we're cutting you off. And they said, but you've got this incredible vehicle. You've already gotten great results on the Isogenics products. You can really build an asset for yourself over these next 2 years of school just by sharing the products, with people that you're going to school with, incorporating into their daily life, and you can build an income. And so they kind of painted the picture of what my life could look like after I graduated from school, and I could go sponsor myself from the money that I earned through Isogenics. I could go pursue my dream of professional golf. And that's when the lights kind of flicked on for me about, this could be a real opportunity for me to go pursue my dream. And my dad said something to me, especially, he said, "We know your future is professional golf. We're 100% behind you. But just know that if things change and you ever want to join us later on in your life, doing Isogenics, just know that you have to build an Isogenics business first. You have to know what it takes and what it feels like to be an associate, to be a distributor, to really be in the trenches. You need to know what it takes to host events. You need to know what it takes to handle rejection. You need to know what it takes to build a team. If you were to ever join us in your, later on in your life, building Isagenix. And that's the beauty of my parents, is that before Isagenix, they've been in your shoes. That's what they spent like 15 to 20 years of their life doing before Isagenix, was building other companies as a distributor. And they wanted that same experience for me. And so my mom, as she does with everybody, this was before social media, Facebook was just becoming a thing, but she said, I want you to make a list of your 20 most motivated, passionate young people that you're going to school with, that are like health conscious, that are sports minded, that are entrepreneurial. And, and we're just going to call them and start talking about what you're doing. And so, and I did that. And then we used to host every Tuesday night in the apartment complex. We rented out a room every Tuesday night, and we just invited people to talk, and we would share about the products in a very casual way, how this would fit into, a young professional's lifestyle, and then just how to start earning money. And that's how it started for me. It was very belly to belly, face to face. There was, very limited social media back then. And then I graduated. Golf wasn't really working out, but I was still reluctant to fully step into Isagenix because my parents are just amazing people, and I put so much pressure on myself. And I'm sure anybody that knows my parents personally knows that those are big shoes to fill. And I was scared because if I fully committed to Isagenix, I felt like, oh, I'm gonna have all this pressure. Everybody's gonna look at me like, I have to be just like my parents, and I have to be as great as them, and I have to speak like them. And I just put a lot of pressure on myself. But once I got into our culture that we have, and I started to experience, the people that were in this culture, I just realized that, gosh, everybody just looks for the best in you and just wants you to succeed. And I started that I could just contribute my own unique way, and everybody would support me. And this culture has just empowered me through every single phase of my life. Through the phase of when I was a kind of a shy, socially awkward teenager, empowered me to kind of help find my voice, through just better health. It's empowered me, to become now a husband, a better father. Everything that's good in my life has come from the product of fully saying yes to Isagenix with 100% commitment and making that decision one time. Literally everything. The relationship that I have with my parents, the sense of purpose that I have every single day. I met my wife, Peta, in Isagenix. We've got 2 kids. We get to, live around the world and travel and just experience, different places in the world. And while doing Isagenix, and it's all because I went all in this company, and all this incredible stuff has happened beyond that. And so I think I'm just kind of a result of being in this culture long enough. You get in this culture, you get locked in, you commit to it, and you commit to the long haul, good things are going to start to happen in your life.
That's so true. And I love that you share your vulnerability and just where you've gone. And I know I'm just a couple of years older than you, but you guys, when you grow up in Isagenix, it will change you. You can only imagine his experience. And I know like Jess always teases me that I'm unrecognizable from like the kind of terse and cold and not really trusting person that she met. And I agree wholeheartedly. Every single thing in my life right now that is wonderful and I'm grateful for is because of Isagenix. So if you're like 1 foot in and kind of 1 foot out, like the message could not be more clear to go all in, and just abundance starts to flourish with your health, with your wealth, with your friendships, with the growth, with so many other areas of life. So Erik, that's a great transition. I want to kind of touch a little bit on 2.0. So when that first started coming out, I remember like Kisa texting me and saying, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know yet, and it created so much buzz and it was fun. And we actually thought it was a thing that was coming out till we realized that it was this concept. And, Isagenix had some rough patches, and you brought this to fruition, and we all trust it. You know, Erik says 2.0 is coming, let's go type of thing. And if you could touch a little bit on that journey and what you've seen and where it's continuing to go, and that where you have just really touched the surface of that iceberg.
Yeah, great. Well, when I first started talking about 2.0, I don't even think I knew what it was either. I just knew that the company was, you know, going to go through a massive reinvention and evolution, because that's what companies just have to do, who are wanting to stand the test of time and really be legacy companies. I mean, we're living in such a fast-paced world where things are changing so rapidly, that we have to always be embracing evolution and change and reinvention. And when you have a business for, you know, any company that's been around for 19 years is going to go through so many different seasons of the business. You know, it goes through great seasons of everything's going right. It goes through very challenging seasons where it feels like nothing's going right. And, you know, or these seasons of where it's like very foggy and things aren't clear. And so 2.0 started as kind of a, you know, just an intention that we are going to reinvent this company. And what we knew we needed to do was get so hyper focused on this reinvention. Just like, you know, when you're building your Isagenix business every single day, there's really only a few things that you have to focus on, you know, just taking the products, getting excited about what these products can do for your body, get passionate about sharing that with other people, and then duplicate that process. I mean, that's kind of the fundamental, those fundamentals will never change. And sometimes where people get in trouble is they start to try to go reinvent the wheel, and they start to get distracted by so many other things that take them away from the actual things that need to happen in order to move your business forward and, you know, reinvent your business, reinvent your life. And it's the same thing with the company. We get so much input every single day. Everybody has ideas. I mean, you can imagine we've got hundreds of thousands of associates around the world giving us ideas every day. It's very easy to get distracted. But fundamentally, there's only three things that we feel like are really going to propel and move the business forward. And so 2.0 became about getting hyper focused on three things, which were product innovation. We've always been a product driven company. I mean, type a 1 in the chat if you initially started Isagenix and got passionate about the business because of the great product experience that you had. Yeah, I mean, there's no business model, there's no, you know, way to earn money without genuine, authentic passion around these products. That's what we built this company on, and that is only going to continue in the future. We will always be focused on bringing the most innovative, disruptive products to market. And that's what we've done with this collagen elixir. I mean, we launched the collagen elixir in the heat of this pandemic because we were hyper focused, and it's been the most successful product launch in our company history, like by far, by so much, it's crazy. I mean, we are up to our eyeballs in collagen right now. And we've just now been able to actually keep up with the demand of it. It's been insane, this collagen elixir. So product innovation is one thing. The second thing, because, you know, wellness, this wellness space is so crowded today. I mean, 19 years ago when we first started, you know, we were talking about intermittent fasting. We were talking about clean, undenatured protein. We were talking about all this stuff that now everybody is talking about. Literally the whole world, everybody's got a product for it now. And so although we're always going to be on the leading edge of products, we have to think of different ways to innovate. And one area that we feel very passionate about is through our the experience that you get when you become a part of Isagenix. And so typically people don't really get that experience until they come to a live in-person event. A lot of people they start and they get a good product result, and then they start doing the business, and, you know, they start having some fun, but then they come to an event and it's like, it blows their mind. And then Isagenix truly gets inside them. They see the vision, they feel, they meet the people. And it's like, because they get that experience. People shouldn't have to come to an event, a live in-person event, to feel that experience. We want that experience to literally hit every single touch point in Isagenix. We want to create the most beautiful, luxe, sophisticated, simple, sexy experience that you can't get anywhere else. From our packaging to our website, to our marketing materials, to our opening the box experience. We want people to feel like they are honoring themselves and they're treating themselves, and they feel so good about themselves because of this experience that they're getting through Isagenix. And that's an area in marketing that I am super passionate about. And you've started to see, 12 months ago, this was like a myth in our heads that we were going to deliver on. Now you're starting to see it come to life more and more. Our logo has changed. Our tagline and our positioning has changed. People aren't starting to think of us as, a weight loss company anymore. We've planted our flag in the ground as a company that is very serious about well-being. And that's what our tagline is now, the art of well-being. And well-being has so many different layers: physical, emotional, mental, financial well-being. That's why we chose that word in particular. Our packaging is starting to change. Our messaging, everything is starting to change. Look better, feel better, move better, eat better. And that is only going to get more fine-tuned, and it's going to come more and more to life through every single touch point in this business. And then the third thing is upgrading our user experience through innovative technology. And we're living in a digital world. We are spending tens of millions of dollars on a digital transformation right now that is starting to come more and more to life. You've recently, we've got the Penny app that I know everybody's in love with, everybody's new virtual assistant. We've got the new back office that we just went live with a few weeks ago. The new getting started with Isagenix is just going to get simpler and simpler and more easy to do business with this company. That's where we're going, and we're spending a lot of money in that area. So those things, that is all that we are focused on. And every single month, we're committed to delivering more and more and more stuff around those three things. So it started as kind of a pipe dream 12 months ago. Hey, this is where we're going. Just trust us. We're starting to deliver it. You're starting to see it come more and more to life, I hope. And what's so cool, and I've always said this, everything that I just talked about, you don't have to worry about anything that I just said. You could just literally not block out everything I just said and just trust that we're going to deliver on it, because I promise you, Isagenix 2.0, it's coming. It's going to only get more urgent and come faster and faster. We take care of that for you. It's one of the most powerful things of this business model. We take care of the product innovation. We take care of the marketing, messaging, branding. We take care of the digital experience. None of that tens of millions of dollars has to come from your pockets to simplify the enrollment process and have a new back office, upgrade all of our packaging, bring new products to market. None of that is on you. That's all on us. All you have to do is just get excited about everything I just said. Get excited about what these products can do for people's body. Know that you're on the right train with Isagenix. Commit one time and upgrade your own personal habits, your own personal rituals, and your own self to where this company is going. And the people that choose to do that in this new decade, they're going to fly in this decade with Isagenix, because we know as a company, the DNA of this company has never been stronger. It's never been more clear around where we're going, and it's just only getting more fine-tuned. So there's just never been a more explosive and exciting season to be a part of this company. But this is all only happening because we went through, as you mentioned, Lauren, some challenging seasons. Sometimes you look back in your life at some of, whether it's something personal, whether you go through a divorce or you go through something that had a lot, you lose somebody in your life or something happens where it's like, it sucks so bad in the moment. But then a few years later, it turns out it's like one of your things that you're most grateful for that's ever happened. That's just the seasonality of life. It's the seasonality of the same thing, a reflection of what's going on in this business. And over the next 19 years, we are going to experience all of those seasons yet again in the decades to come. It's just what happens. And so, but I want to be clear that 2.0, there's no destination 2.0. There's no arrival time. There's no like time where we're like, oh, this is it. Like now we can just sit back and coast because 2.0 is here. There's like no such thing as 2.0. It's just this continuous evolution where I am probably always going to be frustrated. I'm probably always going to be impatient. I want it yesterday, but that is just what happens. Like when you're running a company, any business person that's running a company, you have that internal frustration that you just always, it's this constant pursuit of better. So but you look back on a year, 1 year ago, we've made a lot of progress.
Tremendous progress. You guys, I love that. The pursuit of better. I mean, that's why you all are on this call on Monday night. I mean, some of you have major rank advancements. You could be doing a whole lot of other things and you continue to show up and say, I want to learn, I want to grow. And that's amazing. So I'm going to ask the next couple questions all kind of intertwined and let you just roll with it. But you built a business, you built an incredible business when you were in the field. And if you had tips, on what you did, maybe that how you recruited then, or how you developed a team, or what you would be doing now if you were back in the field, I would love for them to be able to have a chance to learn from you. And even as a guy, we have so many people always say, what do I like? Well, how do guys do this? And why is it all women on the team? And just to kind of offer a little bit of perspective there as well.
Yeah, that's great. Great question. So back when I was building, again, so much of it was face-to-face, didn't have social media like we do today. So obviously my approach today would be, it's a combination of both. I mean, and I know over the last year, we've kind of haven't had a choice but to operate virtually, but things are going to change and there's going to be a time, and it's already starting to happen, where people are starting to get back in person. And so I think that it's a hybrid of the two. Matching that, never losing that face-to-face connection, because you just can't recreate something virtually that you can do like totally in person. That it's just that intangible value of getting people in person, you can't recreate virtually. It's very difficult. But first thing I would do is you gotta get excited about what you're talking about. So, and if you're not, then you should go find something else, and that's why so many people in this company, they started with the intention to not share Isagenix at all. They just started because they wanted a good product experience. And then they started sharing because they got passionate about what was happening inside their body. My dad says all the time, if ever your business starts to plateau or get stale, go do a 2-day cleanse and remember why originally you got excited about these products. And I just think there's so much magic to that. I mean, it's like, remember why you got so freaking excited about these products. And it might be a 2-day cleanse. It might be, 30 days on collagen elixir, and, before and after pictures are insane with that product. Just get some genuine passion and enthusiasm around what this product line does for your body, because that will always be your greatest weapon in your business, is your own personal story and your own personal passion. Nothing, no slick pitch or any like slick verbiage is ever going to replace your own personal enthusiasm and passion and authentic passion around what this has done for your body and what it can do for other people. That's what people want to be a part of. Somebody could be on the side of the street just selling me laundry detergent, but if they are freaking passionate about it, they are enthusiastic. That's what I want. I want their energy. I want their passion. People want to follow certainty. Nobody wants to follow anybody that's 50% committed. Just going to throw it out there. Nobody wants to be a part of something where you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Nobody wants to be your experiment to see if this is going to work. People want to know that you are you are in this with or without them. And so that's the first thing, the foundation of building this business is you got to be in on the products. You got to get genuinely excited about them, because that is your greatest weapon in this business. And then just get consistent about sharing this with people that you love and care about, and just incorporating it into your life. I've always said that don't get attached to thinking you have to, like in every conversation, you have to bring up Isagenix, because that's weird. I mean, it is a bit weird. If you're always thinking about, like when you're out talking to strangers, like, okay, when am I going to bring up Isagenix? When am I going to, that's just weird. Human beings don't really operate like that. Just act like a human being, connect with people, become so interested in people, ask them questions about what's going on in their life, you know, just become so just a student of people, and like in building relationships and genuinely connecting with them. If Isagenix comes up, great, because they're naturally, if you do that, they're naturally going to reciprocate. They're going to want to know more about you if you're becoming so interested in them. But if Isagenix doesn't come up in the first conversation, that's okay. You know, if you've done a good job, they're going to want to talk to you again and again and again. And Isagenix might not come up till the 7th conversation, but you're going to have built so much trust and connectivity, and your intentions are in the right place, that they're going to be so much more willing to actually hear what you say when the right time does come up. So make this natural, make this, like, allow this to actually feel good. Act like a human being. Don't feel like you have to be in your head around like scripts and what you have to say, like initially when you're talking to people, talking to strangers. Just let this be natural. So that's what I would say. And but again, I said it in the beginning, if I look back on one thing that I did right, it's I committed one time to this journey. I don't ever have to recommit to doing this. Sure, there's times in my life, like, you know, when we had our second child, I got intentional about taking 8 weeks where I just disconnected from Isagenix, because I'm never going to get that time ever again with, you know, our newborn and supporting PETA through that process. And, you know, committed to Isagenix, it just means that, you know, I'm committed to my family. And there's different seasons that you're going to go through where you're going to be in a season where you can go all out, you know, balls to the wall. You're like all in, massive action. And then there's going to be seasons where you're like, hey, like I've had something going on in my life and I got to take my foot off the gas a little bit. That doesn't mean you're not committed. There's a big difference there. But if you're having to rethink, am I actually going to do this for the long haul? Do I really believe in network marketing? You know, am I in this week? Am I not in? People sniff that all over the place. And your certainty is like, nobody wants to join somebody like that. People are watching what you're posting on social media every single day, whether they're liking it, commenting on it or not. They are watching, they're following you. And you just never know when the timing is going to be right for them to actually say yes or take a look at Isagenix. And some people may actually be watching and not commenting on anything, but just watching you just to see if you're still going to be doing this in a year or 2 years or 5 years. And they might be ready in, 6 months, a year, 5 years. Most of our top leadership in Isagenix, they did not say yes the first time they got exposed to Isagenix. I can guarantee you that.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. I don't know if you can see any of the chat here right now, Eric, and my phone is like going through like Messenger and text too. People are like, oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh my gosh, I need to be on this call. And I just love your transparency, and it's so relatable to so many people, and it's just so authentic. And one of my favorite things that so many people in Isagenix say is that we're not here to do like blow smoke and fluff. There's no smoke and mirrors in Isagenix. It's just raw transparency and the simplicity of being excited and loving on people and sharing what we have. And that's what makes us so unique and so different.
And look, just real quick, I would say, that transparency, like if you're first starting, and you're talking to new people or you're talking about Isagenix, let them know that like, if you're genuinely nervous about talking to somebody or calling somebody or bringing up Isogenics, tell them, literally tell them, just say, hey, I know we've connected a bunch of times and like, I just so respect who you are. And I want to talk to you about something, but I've been so in my head about telling you this because I respect you. And I was just afraid of what you were going to think if I brought this up, but I can't let my own stuff get in the way of sharing this with you because it's something that I'm just so passionate about. If somebody said that to me, I would be like, oh my, like, of course, tell me what it is. Like, I can't believe you'd think that I would like judge you for it or whatever. It's okay to share how you're actually feeling with people. That's such to me, that was such like like, wow, I don't have to have like the perfect pitch. I don't have to be so good at this, to get started. I don't have to be an expert and know everything to get started. I can just like, be a bit of a mess and tell people how I'm actually feeling and, leverage other people's stories and to get started. So that I think there's real magic in that. Just telling people how you're actually feeling. People resonate with that.
Oh my gosh, look at the chat right now. That just gave so many people permission to go out and share their story. And the best part about that, and so many of us know, is that when we're nervous, and we're in that kind of place or it's not going to be perfect, we're so focused on ourselves and what people are going to think about ourselves or what they're going to think about us. And when you come from that place of, hey, this might suck or I'm nervous, but you're focused on them and you really shift it on, you're doing something for them. You're inviting them, you're, gifting this. And I love all of that so much.
Yeah, and you can even say, sorry, I'm just.
Oh no, say it, go.
Yeah, I mean, you can even say when you're calling people, it's like, hey, I was challenged to call 5 people that like I would be scared to call to talk about something that I've gotten started with. And, and your name popped in my head and you're on the list. And I've been so fearful about telling you about this, but, and this may or may not be for you. Like, and I love that. That one is like, cause it totally takes the pressure off them and just saying, hey, this may or may not be for you, but I needed to just muster up the courage to call you, to get over my own stuff, because I'm just like so excited and passionate about something. I haven't been this passionate about something for a long time because what it's done for my health. And I just, wanted to talk with you about it. So do you have, is there a time where you can meet up for coffee or whatever it is, then you can set an appointment, but just that people resonate with imperfection.
That's so true. So true. And I saw Holly kind of write in the chat here. I'm going to just throw out a little spontaneous homework if you guys are up for that challenge, to message 5 people in the next 24 hours saying exactly what Erik said. I was challenged to reach out to someone that I was nervous to talk to, but I want to share something with you. And when you do that, I want you to message Jessica Rigner or me, right? If you're on Team Win, message Jessica Rigner. If you're on my team, message me that you have reached out to them. It doesn't matter if they enrolled or if they said no or they unfriended you. I just want to know that you reached out to 5 people using the verbiage Erik just shared. And all of those names will have Shruti help us, but I will put into a drawing for some collagen. So all you have to do is do it and then message us and you're into the drawing for box collagen. So I love that, Erik. One of the things that has, I know, changed my mindset and changed just who I am has been reading, and you were really influential in that for me. I remember you suggesting the 4 Agreements and Go Giver, which both books I like constantly think how much have changed my mindset. But what are 3 books right now that you would recommend to the industry, to the field, to leadership, to just being a better human that are coming up, and maybe even some that they're not familiar with?
Yeah, a lot of ones I have are a bit old school books, just because I think they're so good. One of them is The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. Just because so many people struggle with belief in this profession, because this profession sometimes comes with a stigma with it, because look, there's a lot of good companies in this profession that are doing good things, but there's also, like any profession, there's also companies that aren't doing it the right way. And you know, there's people with not the right intentions. And so, and unfortunately, sometimes the whole industry gets lumped into that. And so it's so important to really build your belief and have so much rock solid belief in this profession of network marketing, because when it's done right, it's one of the best professions on the planet. And Robert Kiyosaki is such a incredible mind in the financial world. And if anybody hasn't read his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that's another one I would recommend. But so Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I would read that. I would also, and then he also wrote The Business of the 21st Century, where he talks about network marketing being one of the most powerful models for this 21st century. So those are definitely two that I would recommend. The Go Giver is another one, Lauren. I mean, I know I told you about that one a long time ago. Just from a value add standpoint, there's just so many lessons in that book that you can apply to your Isogenics business. The Infinite Game is a favorite that I've just read, you know, over the past 12 months that I've been telling everybody about. The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. Anything by Simon Sinek is amazing. Any YouTube clip of him, I just devour. I think he's so good. So yeah, those I think would definitely be the core fundamental ones. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind is another one, T. Harv Eker. Just because so many people have issues around money and being worthy of earning money and have an identity issue with money. That is another great one.
This is so good. You guys should all write those down and just kind of put a book in your cart for the next month. You know, imagine if you read all of those by the end of the year, what your mindset would be like. So those are fabulous. And I just listened to YouTube on Simon Sinek on the Infinite Game, and that was amazing. So definitely you guys check that out. That's incredible. So I have two final little questions for you. One is, let's talk about celebration. So there's some people that have no idea what events are really all about, because we've been, you know, in hiding, just kidding, but for the last year and a half, and there are some people that are so excited to kind of be together, but like, what's it gonna be, virtual? I should probably still go on my family vacation, or, you know, and Jess is rallying her team at the Jersey Shore. I'm rallying mine in Denver. We both have fun events planned, but I would love for you to just kind of share with like why this is a big deal, why people is plugged in, as if we were going to Park City, and if they're hesitating, why they need to commit and buy their ticket and say I'm all in for celebration.
Well, belief is you know, your greatest asset that you have in anything that you're doing, you know, and I talked about, you know, your greatest weapon being your own personal product story. But that basically is belief. You have belief in the products. You know, you need to have unshakable commitment and belief in what you're doing. And that's what events build. You know, when you come to an event and it's an event for the first time, maybe your belief might be a 4 out of 10 in what you're doing. Events just move that belief meter up. They just it keeps moving the belief meter up, which when you leave the event, you start showing up different. When you start talking about Isogenics, your posture changes, your certainty changes. And people, again, it all comes back to certainty. They pick up on that. You know, it doesn't matter what they're talking about. People want to follow people who are passionate and certain in what they're doing. And so that's what you get whether you watch an event virtually or experience it live. And I know so many people are organizing like live in-person things to watch the virtual event. The people that you're going to meet through those gatherings, it's just, you can't replace that type of stuff. And so belief is the number one thing. And then of course you get to get the training at the event. You get to see and educate yourself around all the things that the company are doing. You know, we're launching this isn't really a secret anymore, but we're launching another incredibly game changer product. It's going to be another elixir is coming. And it's going to be our most potent form of adaptogens yet. And it's going to be hot. So just and you can only experience it at Celebration. So it's going to be up there with College and Elixir. It's going to be definitely exciting. So events are just so much fun, and it's not a secret that in everybody's story who's been successful in Isogenics, they always say, started on the products, got a great result, started doing the business, but then I came to an event and everything changed for me. Everything changed in my posture. Everything changed in my certainty. Everything, I saw the vision, I saw the values, I saw all that stuff. And then it just got inside of me and people started to resonate with it. And so that's why you should attend.
So agree, you guys. I was so nervous. My very first event, I went by myself, and then the whole time I was there, I said, "How did I come here by myself?" I was at Erik. You might remember this. It was ICU in Kansas City, and I was there. Jenny thought I was a horrible person, and I was thought, "Why am I here? These people all drank some weird Kool-Aid. If one other person hugs me, I don't want to partner up, and if that person behind me rubs my shoulders, I'm out of here." And that's how I showed up. And by day 2, I was messaging the world and literally like, "You're coming to the next one with me." And NYKO was just a couple months later. And Erik always kind of tells this story, but my belief had shifted so much. We ran up on the stage, made a bunch of my girls, and we're like, "We're going executive, we're going." And that was the trip that Jess and I were number 1 and number 2 for St. Thomas. And it was a game changer. And now we're coming into our 8th year. I have no idea how many events we've been to, but they're going to be so fun. And even if we're watching the Zoom, we're going to be together and it'll be fun.
Absolutely.
So our final question is just, what's on your heart? What do you want to close with? If there's anything maybe I didn't ask you or it came up that you just want to leave us with tonight or this morning for you, you have the floor. Just close us out with whatever's on your heart.
Great. Well, first off, I just want to say thank you. There's obviously lots of different vehicles, companies that you could be choosing. And I just want to say thank you for all committing to Isogenics. I mean, it's a big deal. And if there's one thing that my parents have kind of instilled in me since day 1 of my Isogenics journey, just not because they told me so or because of anything they've said, but it's just through watching them on a daily basis. It's just how big the responsibility is that we feel, I feel, my family feels every single day for this company. I mean, we know that, all of you are counting on this company to evolve, to thrive in the future. And that keeps me up at night, most nights. And I just want you to know how seriously we take that every single day. And when you're hanging your ladder and making the decision to hang your ladder on the building of Isogenics, that it's a rock solid building. And, we're committed to being here for generations to come. But, the future of this company is not dependent on my parents. It's not dependent on me. It's dependent on us. This is our company. This isn't my company. This isn't my parents' company. And so, I really want you to feel like this is your company. And, you are your own CEO of your own personal Isogenics business, because you are. I mean, you're in control, you're in charge. And, with this whole Isogenics 2.0, there's going to be people that fly in Isogenics 2.0 and soar, and their business goes crazy and they create an incredible life for themselves and change their circumstances. And then there's going to be people that, stay stagnant and plateau. And then there's going to be people that, their business declines in 2.0. And it's just like with Isogenics 1.0, it's the same thing. There's people right now, or 12 months ago, that were freaking flying, and they weren't waiting for the company to evolve. They just were. Their passion was so immense, and they were so certain, and their business was flying. And then there's people that were stagnant, and there was people that were declining. Everybody's got the same products. Everybody's got the same opportunity. Everybody's got the same box that arrives every single, month on your doorstep. Everybody's got the same tools, resources, but the only thing that's different is you and what you're in control of. And so that doesn't change in this new era of Isogenics. That's just going to remain constant. So I promise you that we're always going to be doing our best to do our part. and it's just on you to do your part. But just know how special it is to be a part of this company, and just celebrate what you have done. You're never going to go new places in your business unless you're grateful for, where you are and where you've been, and what you have. I mean, there's people right now that like are banging their heads on the walls and think they're the biggest failures because they're cycling 20 times a week. And it's like, if you were to just shift that and be so grateful for that money that's actually coming in every single week, that's what's going to propel you and allow you to go to the next level. So, comparison can be a dangerous thing in this industry, and just always being kind of in gratitude for what's actually coming in, I think is the key.
That was amazing. And that close right there on comparison is the thief, and be grateful for everything that's coming is incredible. Will you guys please unmute and give Erik some love? Please give Peter a big squeeze from all of us. We are so honored to have you guys. Unmute. Give him a holler.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Erik.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
My gosh, Erik, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody so much. Thank you.
Bye,
Thanks
you
for
guys.
having me.
Have a great
We
week.
honor you, Erik. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Love you guys.
Thanks a million, Erik. You are the best. You go e-shot it now.
Oh yeah, go eat shot. Never too late.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.